Everyone, Double P here. So in today's trading session, I attacked NVIDIA and sent out the trade to you guys. So let's kind of get into it. We'll come back over here. So I always have different setups for different types of the market movement. So in NVIDIA today, this was a little bit of a grinder. So what do we do when NVIDIA opens up? So we always draw the box. That's always the first thing we draw. We always draw the box. The box is price action. The box is volatility. The box is volume. And the box is support and resistance. That's what makes up the box. So when the video opens up, this is the no trade zone, by the way. Unless you get a big candle like this, like a nice big Maribosa. For the most part, it's like the no trade zone. We kind of have to wait for this trade to develop. And then I sent out the trade to you guys. Now, probably some of you may or may not have got stopped out. And I got to tell you something. When I send out these trade alerts, there's a reason why I'm sending out the trade alert for the price, for the strike price that I'm sending out the option. I kind of know what I'm doing. So you have to, if you're brand spanking new to the course, you have to dig into the course. You have to go through the course at least once so that you have a firm understanding of volatility, trade setup, risk management. You have to understand what you have to do to stay in a trade. If you've been with me more than 6 months, and those of you who've been with me 3 years now plus, is this old hat to you. You are only out of the trade if you want to be out of the trade. So if you exit early or you get stopped and you're not looking at the setup, then you can always get back into the trade. But if you stop yourself out because you have a tight stop loss and you don't want to get back in a trade, I mean, this is what happens, right? I see all this stuff because I have the setup. This is tons of consolidation, tons of chop. Let me draw this for you right here. This is the vol box. You can see it clear as day. How many times? Let's look at this vol box right here. This vol box is 448 to 445, right? So look at the chop. Look at the algorithms. This is all consolidation. And this is how you're going to get ripped up as an option trader if you're trying to scalp inside of this range. I mean, it is a $3 range or a $2.50 range, whatever that number is, 448, 445. I just say it's $3 range. You can make a lot of money, but you can also lose a lot of money. You can get scalped, you can get carped alive in this environment. So what do? When I send out the trade to you, I just sat in the trade. Right? Because why did I sat in the trade? I mean, I'm doing this all over again for you as I'm doing the end of the day trading recap. I'm doing this live. When I'm trading live, I'm drawing all the stuff live in real time, and I'm sketching everything out, and I'm just watching, and I'm watching it ping back and forward. You want to see my price levels? I can come in here and I can put in pivot points. It's algorithmic what the position has to ping back and forward to, right? So if you want, let's do pivot point. I'm not going to actually, yeah, okay, I'll do pivot points for you. Let me do pivot points here. Let me open up pivot points here for you. And let me move this over here. So we see the pivot points right here. That's the point of control right there, obviously, as you can see. And you see right here the pivot point. Where did it land on my price action already? You see that right there, right? That's where the dots are. That's where the pivot points are. That's what I draw. How do I know to draw this out? Right? With support and resistance. So let's come over here now and we'll remove the pivots because I don't need the pivot points. This is where, it doesn't matter if it's crypto, futures, forex, commodities, equities, doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. This is the law. This is the law of probabilities, law of analytics. This is artificial intelligence. This is where the stock, this is where the position has to levitate to. These are levels. These are called trap doors, right? Gravity points. This is what it lurches to, right? So you can see it right there. I mean, I drew this out in real time. I drew this from yesterday. I always draw my box, like I tell you, draw the box in pre-market or draw the box at the end of the day. You draw your box or you draw it in pre-market or at least map out your lines from yesterday at the end of the close. And then in pre-market, you can draw your box so you know exactly where you are, right? And that's all I did. I stayed in this. Yeah, I got whipsawed left. I didn't get whipsawed. Let me rephrase that. When I took the trade and I sent out the trade to you guys, yeah, I was taking some heat. But I just sat there because this reason right here. That's the volatility box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times, 8 times I tried to break outside of that box, right? That's resistance. What's that price level? That price level is 440.38, right? I was down probably about, I don't know, probably about 28% at one particular point in the option. And then about 30%, I just said, you know what? I'm not doing anything, right? This comes with experience. If you're brand spanking new, get out, right? You must adhere to your rules. You must adhere to the profit and stop loss parameters. If you get stopped out early, no problem. Don't sweat it because you can always get back into the trade later on or you live the trade another day. Your stop is your stop, right? It saves your capital, preserves your capital. Those of you that have been around a little bit longer and you understand the system and you've been going through the system, you know there's going to be chop. You know there's going to be volatility. There's volatility right now. The VIX is climbing, right? So is, let me come over here and show you. The VIX is climbing, so is the VVIX. Volatility is coming back into the marketplace. Let me just move this over here like this so that you can see it. 16 for the VIX, 98 for the VVIX. Like volatility is coming back into the marketplace. Let me just get rid of that right there. So this is a long consolidation. 940, so whatever this is here, 946 to 1129, right? So almost 2 hours trading in that zone. And then it broke outside that box. And at this point, I was probably like, I don't know, like 39, 42%. And I was just like, there's my levels, right? From this point right here. And then all of a sudden, let me open this up. You know what happened here? You know what happened on this range? This range was $3.67. This range was $3.67. That's volatility. You want to know what happened? Here, I'll show you what happened. Let's go over to the global news. Actually, let me come over here. Let me come over here to live news. close that down. You're not going to be able to see this, but live news. Live news was 11:29. NVIDIA is doing their talk, and they released their new super chips, and then 11:31. It was just nonsense. It was just madness. So what time is this here? See, volatility. News catalyst comes out to try to drive NVIDIA stock back up. Right from 11:28, massive news catalyst comes out because there was a conference with NVIDIA, and then right here, that was a 6-minute move on NVIDIA from the low right there, popped, and I was just like, oh my god! But you know what? Look where it tapped. Right? It tapped my gravity point, and I was like, okay. And just as quick as the volatility pops up, look at what the volatility did after that news catalyst. It just dropped, right? From 451 all the way down to 440, right? That's $11 move. And that's what you get. Volatility in play. And then now you see NVIDIA just back and forth, hit the low, hit multiple lows, and then you see it right here. I mean, I could draw the channel for you if you want me to draw the channel, but you don't even need me to draw the channel for you to see what happened. I'll draw the quick channel right here. This is all algorithm. Look, this isn't humans. This is not humans trading this. I could fix that volatility box, but it doesn't matter. Look, it's algorithms. You see what they did is the volatility. Right? Look at that. All algorithm. Let me shrink this down here for you so that you got it all in plain view. It's all algorithm. Once you understand how to piggyback off the algorithms, how to trade with the algorithm, and also trading with the hedge funds and trading with the institutions, and you got the volatility profile right here. But look at where the volatility profile is. Look at this whole entire section right here. This is all liquidity, right? This is all overhead supply from the last week and a half. It's all overhead supply, all resistance, right? This is where this is trading. Right? So that is, oh, you want to see what I made, I guess, right? Show you what I made, all right? So 420 put 47.45%. Remember, I was down around 39%, and I had the big, massive swing, so 15.4 for the day. That's how we trade. So, with that being said, my name is Double P. I'll see you in the next trading session. Take care, everybody.